My name is Jarod Norris, and I teach self-contained special education class for students with intellectual disabilities. So because of that, a lot of the students that come through my doors have Down syndrome, which is, I like it that way. I have a 9-year-old son with Down syndrome, and when he was born, we moved from my hometown of Fort Worth, Texas to my wife's hometown here in Yuma, Arizona. And I decided when we moved back to her hometown that I was going to be a special ed teacher. So I went to school, and I wanted to do that at the very least to be a better father to my son. And then I sort of fell in love with the whole community of the whole special needs community, a lot of the individuals, and I just was really drawn to it immediately. And then with all kids, but because because of Judah, my son Judah, I do have a very specific heart for kids with Down syndrome. So this is my 5th year. I'm just now starting my 5th year teaching, and I've been in the same classroom at the same school the whole time, and absolutely love it. So no matter what, my experience of working with teaching and working with coaching and being around individuals with Down syndrome is there's a lot of similar characteristics. So when you're reading about Down syndrome, you're going to get a lot of information, but until you really get into that world, you don't really experience it. And one of those characteristics is stubbornness. Very stubborn, and it can be a challenge, and that's where the patience comes in. Another characteristic is the joy and the love that they have for those in their lives. And sometimes people say, oh no, they're just individuals, they're just like anybody else. Yeah, that's true too, but there's some very, very distinct characteristics that are just across the board. And sort of an unconditional love for those around them, joy, and then stubbornness. I don't think that we properly prepared ourselves for it, and I think I don't have many regrets in life, but sort of the way that I approached the issue in the beginning before he was born, and sort of right there when he was born, I would go back and take back some of how I felt, but you can't go back. And the midwife came into our room after he was born and was talking to us, and I think she could tell the atmosphere in the room was very somber and depressing, because we were not very excited about the diagnosis, I guess you could say. And she basically told us, you need to hold your heads up and be thankful for the child you were given, because there's a waiting list of people that are ready to adopt children like yours. In my experiences, I don't see a lot of fathers that are involved. So my suggestion and encouragement to fathers is, this life is amazing. Don't run off. Stick around. Take responsibility for the child you were given, and I promise it's really, really worth it. It's not something to be afraid of. There's gonna be challenges and some hard times, but I promise it's the positive aspects of it far outweigh all the challenges, and you'll find yourself introduced to this world that you never thought you would be a part of, and it's an amazing place to be.